Welcome to another social masterclass. In this episode, we are going to present to you two topics: parabolas and functions. Enjoy it.
Functions. They are the relationship between an input and an output. For example, this image, where there is the input, the function, and the output. What goes into the font is put inside a parenthesis after the name of the function.
It's expression, rule, or law that defines the relationship between one variable and other one variable, established like independent and dependent variable, essential for formulating physical relationship in the science.
Functions are divided in common and complex. Common are widely used in mathematical formulas. They are expressions of no function of x. Functions involving more than two variables are also common in maths, physics, constraint force. The independent variable to be a positive number. When the independent variable are also allowed to take on negative values. Thus, any real number, the functions are known as real valued functions. Complex. They are very extensive. It is possible to split the complex function into real and imaginary parts. In this example, there is a function of z which has the point equals to the point of x and y plus the point of iq x and y.
Function relates each element of a set with one of another set. Sets are collection of things. Examples: sets of numbers and set of clothes.
Where in this example we have the function of x squared minus 3, where the domains are minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, and 2. Where the function of the first one is minus 2 squared minus 3 is equal to 4 minus 3. Where the range is 1. In the domain of minus 1, the function of x is equal to minus 1 squared minus 3, equal to 1 minus 3, where the range is minus 2. In the domain of 0, the function of x is equal to 0 squared minus 3, where the result is 0 minus 3, and the range is minus 3. The domain of 1 is, and the function is equal to 1 squared minus 3 is equal to 1 minus 3, where the range is minus 2. The domain of 2, where the function is 2 squared minus 3 is equal to 4 minus 3, where the range is 1.
Continue with this masterclass. We are going to present to you the topic of parabolas. First of all, what is a parabola? A parabola is a section. We want to look at the graph of a quadratic function. The general formula is the next. F of x is equal to a x squared plus bx plus c, where a is the quadratic, b is a simple x, and c is independent variable.
The parts of the parabola are the following. The axis of symmetry, which is the one that divides the parabola in two pieces. the vertex, which is the highest or lowest point, the x-interceptions, which are the roots or solutions, and the y-interception, which only appears one in the parabola.
The dashed line is called the axis of symmetry. In the graph, it's a mirror image, meaning that if we have one point of the parabola, we will know the same point in the other side.
Functions are also divided in positive and negative. The positive ones are the ones that open up and the vertex is in its lowest point. The negative one is the one that opens down and the highest point is its vertex.
There are two forms of the parabola that we are going to express. The first formula will be easy, very easy. Most parabolas are not in this form. The second will require more work to scratch the graph of the parabola.
To calculate the functions of the parabola in the calculator Casio FX9860 G2, we first need to put on our calculator, press the button where it says menu, go to graph. Then we need to put the function that we are going to solve. In this case is 3x squared plus 2x minus 1. We press F6 to solve it. And then to calculate all the possible results that we might need, we press F5 and we got the point where it says root, press it, and it says x is equal to minus 1, y is equal to 0. Then we could solve the minimum point, which in this case is the vertex. We press it and we get that the x point is equal to minus 0.333 periodic and y is equal to minus 1.333 periodic. And we could also solve the y-interception, which in this case is x is equal to 0 and y is equal to minus 1.
Fun time! The fun time is a time that we have to make that exercise for your understanding. So it is fun time! Let's start with a function. Okay, we have this function, the fun time function, that is equal to 2x to the power of 4 plus 6 to the square minus 1. This function needs to be resolved with what elements? So we need to replace the x. So in the first case, we have 1. In the second case, 3. And in the third case, minus 2. You need to put equal in the 3. Put the function in the 3. So 2, but inside you put x, you put the number that is 1. 1 to the power of 4 plus 6 to the power of 4 square minus 1. So check it out. The calculator says that this expression is 25. Okay, we have the first solution of this function with 1. Let's try with 3. Just doing the calculator, minus 1 is equal to 215. Let's try with the third one, minus 2. So we do the same. 2 minus 2 to the square to the power of 4 plus 6 minus 2 to the power of 4 minus 1. So without the calculator, we can calculate. So 2 multiplies 2 to the square or to the power of 4. 16. The next we have to the square. To the square. 4. 16, 4, and minus 1. Minus 1 is equal to, we multiply 16 to 2, and 4 multiplies 4, 6. So 2, 16 is 32, and 6 multiplies by 4 is 24. Resolve it, we have the result of 55. In a quick review, we have that the function of font time in these numbers in 1 gives us 25, in 3 gives us 215, and in -2 it gives us 55. Let's try it with another function. Okay, we have another example. That's it sets fx, the function of x is 5x to the square minus 2x plus 3. And g said the function of g is equal to x squared minus 2. So the question are asking us to sum f plus g and replace the x in 1. So we have 5x squared minus 2x plus 3. So we have to sum it with g. Put it in parentheses and so what we have to do at next. Okay, we have to sum the variables that are equal. So this with this and this with that. It's equal to 6x squared minus 2x, because it doesn't have another square, another x alone here, so it's forever alone. And 3 minus 2 is equal to plus 1. So we have to replace with 1. So 6 minus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So in this example, we have two different functions that get summed, and in order to replace the x, the variable, the independent variable, with 1, we do the operations to get the final result of 5. Let's try another situation and example. We have another example of functions. We have two different functions, the f function and g function. So what is this symbol? Is multiply? No, it's combined. So let's combine the functions. So, and after that, replace with 1, the x. So how to combine them? To combine them, we have to put the final layer or the final function. So we put layer, we have to put the f and replace this x with this expression. How to replace it? Put it here. Double root is equal to therefore root of 2 minus x. Here we have to replace with 8. So we put again the square of 4 and 2 minus 8. Put 8 and resolving in the calculator. So it can be found. Not real. So if we conserve the number 1, what we can find? 1. No 8. We replace with 1. Here is another example result by CJ. Let's try another function exercise. So we have the function of egg, the function of side, and the function of oil. Delicious. So first, the function of egg is x to the square plus 1. The function of the salt is square root of x, and the function of the oil is 1 divided x plus 1. So, in order to make a yummy egg, let's combine them. So, the egg with soy and salt, and replace the eggs with 2. So, first we have to put the salt, and next the oil. So, next we have to add finally the egg. So, this is the function completed with the egg, oil, and salt. We want to replace with the number 2. Okay, and the end, we have this result. 1.7015 of x. No, I don't know. We have the final example of the functions, and it's a very funny example because we have the function of you, and we have the function her or him, your crush. So you are very simple, and your crush are very complex. So when you get combined with her or him, let's see what do you and your crush will found. So you and your crush add functions of how many? 3. Of 3. Okay, let's combine them. So first we add her or him, x squared divided by 4, the root of 4, x plus 3, and then the power of 2, or 2 squared. So finally we have a function, a combined function like this. Okay, so replace with 3, raise the x, 3. Let's try what it is. 0.16, like your possibilities. Let's go with the parabolas. Okay, in this example of parabolas, in the equation we have 2x squared minus 7 to the x plus 3 is equal to 0. So first we have to identify the a, b, c. A is 2, minus 7 is b, and minus 3 is c. So 2 minus 7 and plus 3. So in the general formula of the equation, we need to find the discriminant to know if it's real, imaginary, or different. So first we replace the b, 7 minus 7, 2 and 3. Okay, this equation gives us the square root of 97 divided by 6. So to resolve it on the calculator, we have that x1 is 3 and x2 is 0.5. So in order to find the parabola, we need to identify the variables. So we can make the parabola in the calculator like in the last example. Here is the parabola. So we have like something like this. So the lowest point is the vertex 1.170, 1.08. This is our vertex, and this is our graphic. Okay, we have this example, this new example that it says of equation that is x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. So identify the parts. 1 is 1, a is 1, b is minus 4, and c is minus 4. So replacing the equation, b is minus 4, 1, and 4. So our result is 0. So what happened? It's equal and only one result. So the result of this equation is 2, 2, and 2. So in order to measure the graph, go to the calculator and draw it. We have the graph like this, passed in the y-intercept is 4, and the lowest point in this case, that is the vertex, is 2 and 0. So it is another result, another exercise result. Let's go for the final one. So we have another example that says x7x squared plus 12x minus 28 is equal to 0. So replace with the formula. We have that A is 7, B is 12, and C is 28, minus 28. Replace the letters. First we have B. B is 12, A is 7, and C is minus 28. So in the calculator, we can resolve it. That gives us the answer of 30.46. And our roots are the next. -1, 1.31, and minus 3.033. A graphic like this. And the vertex, the roots is minus 3.0 and 1.31, and the vertex is minus 0.85, minus 33.14. So we have another example resolved. Okay, this is the final example of the equation. So we have this equation, x squared plus x plus 1. So identify the variables. So it's 1, another 1, and another 1, 3 1. So 1, 1, and 1. So I see that is a complex root because if we resolve 1 to square is 1 minus 4, 1 to 1 is 1, so it's 4 minus 1 is equal to 3 minus 3. So we can have a result there and make the graph in the calculator. It gave us, here's the graph, and it doesn't pass in x-intercept, so we don't have the roots, but we have the vertex minus 0.5, 0.75. So we can see that in this case the equation don't have a result, a real result. So we can find the roots, but we can calculate the parabola. So thank you, and go to the conclusion. In conclusion, we could see that the parabola and the function are completely related in different calculus too. So with this information that we know that the function there can be linear or quadratic, make a linear or a parabola with its function. They are like formulas to find the x, and the x will a part of complement of the graph in a function. We chose this topic because it's related and it's important to know and how to graphic them. So thank you for your attention, and see you in the next social master class.